Hey, this is Steve with the Fap Turbo results for week number 5. Again, if you've missed any of our videos for the previous weeks, you can check them out at fapturboreview.net. And if you'd like to order the Fap Turbo package, you can do so at fapturbo.org. If you do it, you can get a $10 discount at that site. Just scroll down on that page, click the X button like you're going to exit from that page. A window will pop up, a little chat window. It'll say, do you want to order it and get a $10 discount? And you can purchase the Fap Turbo package for $139 instead of the $149. Next, I want to talk to you about refunds. Refunds at clickbank.com. If you send an email there for the Forex hosting, I know many of you have originally purchased the Forex hosting package that Fap Turbo recommended. We have found a cheaper Forex hoster, and the one that Fap Turbo recommended, we actually never even got off the ground. It took a month, and we still were never able to set it up. So if you're having those type problems as well, send an email to refunds@clickbank.com with your ClickBank receipt number for the Forex hosting, and you'll get a refund for that. And that is if you're not happy with Fap Turbo as well. Same thing goes. Send an email to refunds@clickbank.com with your Fap Turbo ClickBank receipt number, and you'll get a refund that way as well. Here's our email address, forex@fapturboreview.net. That's an email address if you have any questions. We are not the company. That would probably be the first place you'd want to go, is to the company and to their forum. But if you're not getting any answers there, you can give us a email, and we will try and answer any question you have for us on the product. So we are trading the product, and we do know a little bit about the product, so hopefully we can help you with that. Next, the Forex hosting package that Dan is going to talk about in his portion of the video. You can get the link to it at this particular page, fapturboreview.net/hosting.html, and there'll be a link for that hosting package. It's $35 a month, which is about half of what the Fap Turbo one they recommend. And starting just over a week, first part of January, we are going live with this with a real money account. We're very satisfied with the scalping over the last 5 weeks, and I don't think that'll change with the next week. Next week we're going to have one more week of demo trading, but I don't think things will change that much where we'll have to change our ideas. But we're going to go live with a small trading account starting the first full week of January. So if you'd like to get started and start trading live with us, or even in your own demo account, purchase the product at fapturbo.org, and you can get started. But I'll let Dan talk to you about the results, the hosting package, and what broker we're going to use. I'll talk to you next week. Have a great holiday.
Hi, this is Dan with your weekly update on Fap Turbo. Before we get started, I just wanted to point out that the designers of Fap Turbo and a lot of other traders actually recommend that you do not trade during Christmas week or the week after, during New Year's week. Since we're just using a demo account, I did go ahead and let it trade. However, if I was using a live account, I would not have traded. It's just not worth it during those 2 weeks because of the unpredictability of the market. Okay, well, let's get right to the results. Okay, we're looking at the results for this week in trading. And I also want to point out that what we are looking at is actually my virtual hosting site right now. You will also notice as I go through this that the numbers aren't the same. That's because I couldn't figure out how to transfer over the demo account, and since it was just a demo account, I just started over fresh once I got my hosting site up, which was the middle of last week. But I'll only be talking about the trades that it did during Christmas week. This week we had 12 trades. 9 of them were winners for 83 pips. If you had been trading the 0.1 lot size, which is a very conservative trade, which is the size that I have been trading, you would have made $80.99. Let me expand a little bit on the actual trades for the week so you can see them. As you can see, I've enlarged the trade history area so we can look at some of the trades. And one thing I want to point out is that I had 2 trades that actually had about double the pip win. Not sure why that happened, unless it has to do with the volatility of the week. That's always a nice surprise when you make twice as much in a trade as you expect. As you can see, the 3 losses that we had were not huge losses. I'd like to take just a minute to talk about the broker we're going to be using when we go live. As you probably recall, last video I talked about using fxdd.com, and I got quite a few emails about fxdd containing some concerns about them, the main concern being that they increase their spreads during the time that Fap Turbo tends to trade. And this seems to be the case with a lot of the brokers that have been recommended that you use Fap Turbo with. And checking out the members forum on the Fap Turbo website, there seems to be some very positive things about fxpro.com. So what I've decided to do is to actually trade 2 live accounts, one with FXDD and one with FXPro. That way we can compare the 2 brokers with live accounts to see if there is a true difference or not between them. If you have purchased Fap Turbo, I highly recommend that you check out the forum site for members to see what's going on with the brokers and to get updates there. I received quite a few emails asking me what settings I change in the Fap Turbo program. And really, these are the only settings that I change. You have to put the key in, otherwise it won't work. And you have to update the GMT offset so that you have the right time zone for your trading. But other than that, I do not use the money management, which I've talked about briefly in other videos. So I set that to false. And I use a fixed scalper lot size. I use 0.1. Again, that's a very conservative setting. But for small account sizes, I recommend that you use something like 0.1 or possibly even smaller if you're using a very small account. But really, that's the only settings that I change or touch in the program. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about the hosting site. Once you have the account set up, you'll need to log into the account, and you'll get a screen similar to this. This is the connection to the whole hosting site that I have. You need to remember that things that are on your computer are not accessible on this computer. All you're doing is remotely controlling a computer. So we need to set everything up from scratch. So what you'll do is you'll go over to the Internet Explorer. You'll probably have to set that up first. And then you'll get on the Internet and go to your broker and download their demo account or their live account if you're using that. But download the MetaTrader platform from the broker and install it on this computer. Then what you'll want to do is, again, going through Internet Explorer, go to the Fap Turbo website, log into your member site, and download the Fap Turbo installation program and install it on this computer. And then you'll need to start the MetaTrader software and install the Fap Turbo program just like you did on your home computer. If you did that, if not, you can just follow the videos that Fap Turbo has. And so once you have that done, then you'll be able to see a screen like this, which is my MetaTrader program with the Fap Turbo installed. So when you want to break your connection with your virtual hosting account, all you have to do is come up here and click on the X, and then a box will pop up telling you that this will disconnect your connection to the virtual account, but that everything running, including Fap Turbo, will continue to run. So this is Dan. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to the update, and we'll talk to you next week.